Welcome to Jtwes Monday Night Live, guys. Thank you again. We're in the house. Had some storms coming through, which I think they're played out. I don't, it was thundering. We were getting up some potatoes, and it was thundering, and wind was picking up, and I just got back in the house, matter of fact.
And I forgot to tell you, it did rain here earlier.
Oh,
like
did it?
A really heavy downpour for about 20 minutes.
I couldn't tell it.
And I was at 2:30 though.
Okay, because it didn't seem wet out in the field.
Because I heard something and I was like, is it raining? And it was. It was downpouring.
But anyway, but we're here, and thank y'all for being here. And hopefully, is the commercials over with, Lena?
Yes.
Yes. Who we all got in here?
Brian's on.
Brian, Farm Boy 59. What?
Farm Boy 59. I was trying to say his channel name too.
I'm sorry.
You always cut me off while I'm trying to say something.
I don't mean to.
But hey, Brian, thanks for being on.
Hey, Brian, thanks for the chair.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, and we're doing it. We're back to an earlier schedule a little bit.
Yeah, it's 9:30. So hard on us, guys. We just got so much going on, and it's hard finishing up at 9:30 and trying to get it done before 11. I have to get up pretty early. Leno's got to get up pretty early, and it's well, anyway.
And we
it's
getting old.
I'll be honest with you. I was watching Andy with True Grip Appalachian Ways, and I was watching him today, and he was talking about how him and his wife, didn't have. I guess they got stuff to do, but they not as busy as they've been, and that's kind of what it is this time of year. I mean, all my stuff's just about played out. It's too early to, plant any cover crops. So, I really, I did bush hog the corn stalks, but it's just sitting there now, waiting for a little bit longer before we do anything. So we're kind of in that season for us, at least here, where things have played out pretty much what they're going to do. And it's still, to me, probably a little early to, which I really don't plant no fall garden. I do plant garlic and onions in the fall, but it's still too early for that.
Okay. Everybody jumped on at once.
Am I running my mouth too much?
No.
Oh.
IP Farms.
Hey, Nelson.
Evening, Joey and the missus.
I want to watch that video to see. I haven't. You don't tell, but because I haven't watched the video yet. But I want to see what you decided to do with that tractor.
Sundowner Whoop Whoop is on. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Good evening.
Joseph Lott is on.
Joseph Lott.
Mm-hmm.
Is that new?
Yeah. Good evening from Ashland, Alabama.
Ashland, Alabama. Thank you, Joseph.
And we've got another newbie, Mr. Mike Henderson.
Mike Henderson.
He says, I am new here. Thank you for telling us, Mike, because
we usually
sometimes we think we see a new name, but they're really not new.
Yeah, we try to figure it out, Mike. Ollie, you're going to have to sit down or get down, one or the other.
So thanks for joining us, Joseph and Mike. Joey Neal is on.
He's probably thinking right now, what did I get into?
Yeah. Yeah, for the newcomers, this is Oliver. He, for some reason, likes Joey. I don't know why, but that's his favorite person. Paul Ford is on.
Hey, Paul.
Says, good evening. Halfway to visit family in Danville, Indiana.
Oh, man, Paul.
For a couple of days.
You rolled. And see, halfway, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's watching this while he's driving.
Well, he said, but wouldn't miss your live watching from my phone. Thank you, Paul.
Is he watching while he's driving?
Oh, I don't know. Because sometimes Joey will play videos while he's driving, too. Like, he'll just have it on, listening to it.
It's more like talk videos where you don't.
I still don't like it because, if something was to happen,
yeah,
investigations and stuff, I watch too much investigation TV, but they can pull your phone and see what you were doing on your phone, and they'll think, oh, this guy was watching YouTube and, this accident happened. So just be careful doing that if you're doing it. Welch Farm is on.
Hey, Welch Farm.
Paul Railfan 90 is on.
Where was you at today, Paul? What was that picture? I'm going to say New York.
Fryestown, Pennsylvania.
Fryestown, Pennsylvania.
Long day here. Glad I don't have to stay up late this week for the live.
Yeah, he said he was going through some traffic.
Okay. Orbra's on.
Hey, Orbra.
And Melvin Madigan.
Melvin. Be going Orbra's way, not this weekend, but next weekend.
Jay Pill is on.
Jay Pill from England.
And Kevin Wallace.
Hey, Kevin.
Timbo.
Timbo.
And Gurney is on.
Hey, Gurney.
Says hit that like button.
There you go. Listen, JPL said he was impressed with the variety of things that we could raise here. And I made a comment. Y'all guys, y'all jump in and tell me if I'm wrong or not. I told JPL, North Carolina at least, for you guys that are in North Carolina, we can about grow anything except for what I call some real hot climate stuff like bananas.
And lemons.
Lemons and maybe,
Oranges.
what's the spiky one?
Pineapple.
Pineapple. I seen a video the other day with pineapple skin. You can't burn it. I mean, like they put a 1200 degree ball on it and it wouldn't burn it.
If I ever have to live in the wilderness and we get to move south, because you know if you're in the wilderness you want a warmer climate, I'm going to use pineapple skins for my roof.
Well, I mean, I don't know how they do far as rotting. They may rot quick.
I don't know.
I just know.
I wouldn't think so.
I just know that
so
it was holding back heat.
I know, that's what I'm saying. If they don't burn easy, they're not going to rot easy.
I don't know. But anyway, I told JPL that you know we can grow quite a bit of stuff here in North Carolina.
Allison says, "Hey friends, glad I looked at my phone. You snuck in early on
I
me."
did, Allison. I did.
Yeah.
I forgot to text Stan. We were starting at 8
I know.
o'clock.
You can't text him.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, we got to tell Stan. Yeah, Allison, we decided to come on a little bit earlier just because, you know, a lot of people are winding down a little bit on their chores.
Well, we say they are. I mean, half of them may come in at 8:30 and say, "Man, I just got in the house."
Maybe. Haggy Farm is on.
Hey, Haggett Farms.
And William May.
William May.
And Carl Capel.
Hey, Carl Capel. That's
Hello,
the new
hello, guys from Camden, South Carolina.
Camden.
There's
a Camden somewhere else. I said Camden.
It's not Camden.
What is it?
Camden.
Camden. Okay.
Elliot Lindsay's on.
Elliot Lindsay, how are you?
Dunlap's on, giving us a thumbs up.
There you go, Dunlap.
Greg Mosier says, "Hey, Joey and Lino."
I hadn't seen his thumbs up in a while. Hey, Greg.
And congratulations on Will's big news.
Yes, he had some big news there.
Allison Bowers says, she's saying hey to Brian and Nelson, and she says all my bunch getting in here.
All her bunch. That's
I know,
right.
we're all Allisons. She's our handler, kind of. She's got great ideas, and we were just chatting by text, and she had said something about me being smart about canning tomatoes. I'm like, me? You are the smart one. I mean, to see all that
Allison,
she does.
I like what Lino showed me. I'd like to do something like it.
Yeah, I showed him just a quick second before we went on, Allison. James Pavliska's on.
Hey, James.
Good evening from Floresville, Texas.
Floresville, Texas.
And Martin Farms is on.
I'm going to go down there and work for Elon Musk and get his rocket program right.
Hey, Martin Farm.
Hey, Martin Farm, sorry.
Brothers Bowers Farms, that's Nikki.
That's Nikki.
Hey, Nikki. Sundowner says, you're 100% right, Lino. I don't even know what it was about. What I was talking about. That I'm 100% right.
I'm sure he's taking up for you.
Maybe it's the pineapple.
Yeah.
Bart Sexton is on.
Hey, Bart.
Hey, y'all from windy Goldsboro. Yeah, it's breezy here, so I know it's windy in Goldsboro.
Yeah, Goldsboro. Yeah, I think a lot of those storms was going that way, Bart.
Orber says, what are you coming his way for?
Michigan.
Yeah, we're going to Michigan
gotta
in a
go,
couple weeks.
Got to go by Pilot Mountain to get there. Up 52.
James Kelly is on.
Hey, James.
From Colorado.
Colorado.
And he made it for a change. Because, you know, it's quite a few hours earlier there.
It is. You know, we forget that, and we try to hold out for the, you know. I guess it's best to do a live if you're in the middle of the country. I guess. Because you're kind of splitting the time zones there.
And it's kind of like what I had a conversation today with somebody at work, is that, you know, you do what you do at work, we do what we do for your videos, but we still have, you know, everyday lives, working, family, dinners, you know, I mean, it's just, we just got to do the best we can and try to handle or manage our time management. It's hard to do.
We need to get, what's that program y'all use?
What program?
Flex or, you know, big companies use it a lot when they're time management.
Like
Lean.
workforce optimization?
That or lean.
Or lean practices?
Yeah, lean practices.
So that we quit wasting time on things.
Oh, man. I told somebody the other day, I put in a fire system and the guy, or a communicator for a fire system, and it was a big company. And he was like, he just had all this corporate lingo. And I looked at him, I said, man, y'all are some corporate folks here. 'Cause just the way he was talking and stuff. And finally I ended up telling him, I said, everything I'm doing, you don't need to know nothing about it because you can't work on it. Well, I mean, he's asking like a million questions, and I'm basically adding a cellular communicator to a fire system.
Well, maybe he wanted to learn.
Well, it's nothing he can learn. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can program. Nothing he can change. It's there.
Paul said, yeah, the pic was from New York City.
Ah.
Was across the river in New Jersey, could see the Statue of Liberty.
I thought it was.
He said that's close enough to New York City. Yeah, imagine driving an 18-wheeler in New York City. I mean, it's done, but whew, it would be bad. Joey Neal says, we've got a guy in the country where I live just cut several acres of tobacco.
Cut or just had he stripped it?
Will's on.
Hey, Will.
Hello from Indiana. Will is in Indiana this week on a business trip. He's so grown.
Yes, he is.
He's a grown-up now. Me and Joey were talking. I said, can you imagine? I was thinking about him that time that somebody ran us in the ditch and we were pulling a trailer.
Yeah.
And we had got Will a biscuit. We only had Will. It was just us three. And I glanced back at him while we were getting back out of the ditch, and you had got him a biscuit from Biscuitville. And he was in his car seat just eating that biscuit away, not a care in the world, because, you know,
yeah,
he was solely dependent on us, you know, so he had nothing to ever worry about. And that just reminded me of, and now look at him, he's traveling to Indiana for work. But
well, I told you the courtship that him and Megan had back and forth between Wilmington and here.
Oh yeah.
That was life training for a long trip to Indiana.
Yeah, and even going to school, because, you know, he went to UNC Wilmington, so him traveling back and forth, because he would come home, you know, quite a bit, which we loved, but then after he was done with school, you know, Megan still lived there for a while, so he was back and forth over there with her. So yeah, and then going through that Raleigh traffic, that was good life training. Yeah. That's life skills.
Stan said he was on standby in case Will gets sick.
Yes. Will, you got Stan a few hours from you for emergencies. Bart says, Joey, yes, we could grow pineapple here in North Carolina. I grew one a few years ago. It didn't get as big as grocery stores, but it was amazingly good. They're easy to do. Just take the top off the pineapple.
See there, JP, we can do pineapple too. Take that off the list.
Allison, yes, I learned a new skill today, coming soon to Jtwes.
I wished I could learn some new skills editing.
Randy Cox is on.
Hey, Randy.
Says, glad I could make it for a few. Got a finished mower for my IH 244, and I'm pretty excited about mowing now.
A 244? Trying to think what that is, Randy. But a finishing mower, I do know what that is.
Yeah. So he's excited about mowing like you are.
Yeah. Man, guys, I'm just going to quit talking about that mower. I say that every time, but it's just unbelievable. Golly, how that thing will stick on a hill, but turn on a dime.
Yeah, Sundowner was agreeing with me about playing on the phone, like while you're driving.
Oh.
Because, you know, it can be.
Yeah.
Those records can be pulled. Bart says, and plant it in a pot, you do need to bring it in the winter.
The pineapple? Okay. Yeah, I'll probably stick to my payas and my peaches. And my nut tree.
Yeah, Brian says, Allison, is it another worm rocket shirt? LOL. And Bart's saying, Will, be safe out there. And Timbo says, the old rocket worm.
Well, I tell you what, since they're talking about that, the first person that can comment on what model mower I have, I'll mail you this worm rocket sticker.
And that'd be really good because I don't even know the model number, okay?
Well, you'd have had to watch the video.
Oh, okay. Well,
So this would be for the
but I'm
hardcore
saying,
guys.
even if I watched the video, I don't know that I'd remember the model number. So whoever says the model number first here in the chat,
I'll tell you what, I
I'll
got
tell
one
you.
for that, and then go back and see who it said first time, that said they were first time. Go back to the top of the chat.
the very first new person in
Yeah,
here.
he said, this is my first time.
Mike Henderson.
Mike Henderson. Mike Henderson, if you will go to Joey at jtwes.com, that's my email, joey at jtwes.com. Send me your address and I'll mail you this sticker if you'd like to have it. Has anybody said anything, go back, anybody say anything about I gotta whisper it. Pussy. 972.
One Pan Man says Cupcake at 900 series.
That'll work.
Okay.
That'll work.
All right. One Pan Man.
One Pan Man, send us
Send-
your address to Joey
at jtwes.com.
That is the email. And we'll get it in the mail for you. Allison had sent me those. She meant to give them to me the other day. And as much as I wouldn't mind putting one on a cooler or my RV window.
You know we'll get we'll get some more.
You know our window on our RV where we
yeah.
we got all our stuff.
We do need to put one on there.
Yeah, we could put Worm Market on there.
Yeah, we put stickers on our RV window, which I'm sure
Places we've been.
some people cringe at that, but we have one long window that we've been collecting stickers on.
But we did see a better place, the slide out. The side of the slide out. Somebody had his own.
Oh yeah. Joey Neal says just cut it. It's still in the field, ready to get hung in the barn. That tobacco.
Okay.
And
So he's talking about burley tobacco.
yeah. And Nikki says, do y'all know how many hours of training it takes to get Allison to where she is today?
What's he mean?
Just with her on her instruments and stuff,
Oh.
you know. But, you know, I don't know that I would even absorb it after however many hours.
I mean, because I feel her pain a little bit with those computers because the editing software in there, and I've told people, you know, if that editing software was this big around, I know this much of it.
It's okay, Prissy. Come here. Larry Terrell says he's joining late.
Hey, Larry.
And Laura's joining late, too.
Hey, Laura.
Yeah, we'll mention it again. I'll probably keep mentioning it while we're on here. We're here a little bit early today, which we're going to go back to is it what time? 8 o'clock. We're going to go back to the 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting, you know, on towards into summer. And that was just mainly, you know, early or
There's
late.
a lot of spring planning. And
Yeah, in the spring and summer, we were doing it a little bit later to give everybody, you know, more time to get done with chores. So we're going back to 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Allison said she's glad you got your package.
Yes, I did. Thank you, Allison. She got my belt.
Um,
And I don't even have it on today.
Albert Bell says, watch the video, but don't remember the model number.
Sorry.
I know, that's how I am too. Allison said she'll deliver us some stickers in about 6 weeks.
Oh,
Plow
okay.
Day.
All right.
Do you want to mention Plow Day?
Yes, guys, don't forget our annual Jtwes Plow Day be October the 5th. And, you know, so we need to pray for good weather, not just that day, but several days in front of it, so we have some plow. Well, the Lord knows what we need. He knows what it takes to plow. I don't have to tell him or tell y'all. But so just pray that everything goes okay with that. And if you got something, you know, you want to bring and show off, maybe it's a lawnmower, maybe, you know, it's a smaller
what?
tractor and you're not even going to plow.
If you don't have anything but yourselves to bring, I'd rather you just bring yourselves.
Yeah, it's not just for people to plow. It's for just the channel folks to get together. I haven't talked to Farm All 51 or some of those guys. I need to talk to Matt. He usually comes, but you know, I can't say he will or won't. He may be, you know, dedicated to something else that weekend. But
Yeah, because he always has a
Yeah.
lot of events going on.
And the Moors, outdoors, I think they came last year, and they may come again. I hope they do. He's got a nice little cub tractor you might want to bring or something.
Larry Terrell's on.
Yeah, you told me.
Okay, I didn't remember where I left off.
Yeah.
Bart is on.
Uh-huh.
And Albert Bell, I already said him. And, Bart said he wondered how many were going back looking at the video to get the answer first.
I figured it'd be a little bit harder.
Well, and isn't it in the title of one? Like your review of it, maybe?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well,
I believe so.
Johnny Edgerton's on.
Hey, Johnny.
Him and Thomas are getting in late, and that's perfectly fine.
That's right, Johnny. And maybe Johnny will be there this year.
Jay Peel says at the walled garden where I work, we still have the pineapple pits where they used to grow pineapple during Victorian times using rotting manure for heat.
Oh, wow.
So they're like indestructible.
Well, no, they were using the manure for heat for the pineapples. It just gets warm soil.
Okay. And Kevin Wallace says, I'm pretty sure Allison does hats and shirts for Thomas Farms
She does.
in Leoma, Tennessee.
Yep, Russ has got some stuff with her, and to be honest with you, Russ made me feel bad the other day. He it's something I don't do and I need to do more of. Russ took and went through his phone on the video, showing his page and his hats and his all this. You know, in other words, he was saying, "Hey, y'all go to this and look at here."
Okay, well, we'll have to shamelessly steal that idea.
I need to shamelessly do that every now and then.
Yeah, I agree.
I always put a link in my videos, guys.
Yeah,
Somewhere there's always a link to it, but
no, we're going to
probably
steal that
don't-
idea.
yeah.
I like that. Because for me, it's easier for me to look at somebody showing me something than me clicking on a link. And then I'm like, should I click this link? You know, you're so weary of links nowadays. Bart says, can't remember the model, but it's a Cadillac of a mower.
It is.
So glad y'all have it.
Yeah, it is, and it's something to pay for sure. But it's. I mean, gosh, if I tried to pay somebody to mow this yard, I mean, you just got to have it. If you're gonna have a 5-acre yard, you just got to have it. But plus, it's a blessing to have it to be able to take it to the church. That was something that I really wanted to do too.
Outdoors with Elliot is on.
Hey, boo.
I'm late too. Currently pulling a gooseneck hitch for my truck.
What do you mean pulling a gooseneck?
Okay,
hitch?
number one, are you driving?
No, I know what he's talking
Number
about.
two-
I know what he's talking about. You need to be careful up under that thing.
Is he getting his
So
like
when
a
he
spare
says
part?
pulling, that means pulling the part off.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But it's under the bed of a truck, so I don't know how he's pulling it, whether
Be
he's
careful,
up
Elliot.
under the truck or what.
IP Farms, which is Nelson, he says, I'm planning on coming.
Oh, thank you, Nelson.
Is Nelson the one with the Oliver tractor?
Yeah, he can bring that Mass Ferguson 35.
Was it the big one?
No. Nelson's never been here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about the young man who the GPS brought him on the dirt road.
No, that's no.
Okay.
No.
His name wasn't Nelson? Okay.
His gosh, Lee, I forget his name.
Um,
Oh man, he's probably even on here. He just don't say a lot sometimes.
Chicken Mama is on.
Chicken Mama.
It says, I always like the guest appearances from the cats. Yeah, we're not crazy cat people. I don't want y'all to think that. We love dogs. We love kind of all animals. And then most of the cats Joey hates, but, you know, Oliver is his BFF for some unknown reason. But we're just a house that gets a lot of people coming to us. Or not a lot of people, but a lot of animals. What?
I was just seeing who you were talking about. You said we.
What about we? I just
You
said
said
you
we,
don't.
not crazy.
Oh, you think I'm a crazy? I'm not a crazy cat person. No.
Do you remember?
Out of all the
do you remember
cats-
the old saying in the '80s? You got a rat in your pocket?
No. Out of all the cats I have, there's only one that I truly picked, which is Oliver. I went and got him at the shelter because my old cat died, and I was like, oh, I miss my orange cat, so I went and picked him out at the shelter. And then since then, that's been 8 years ago. Ever since then, I don't have a chance to go pick out my own animal because they just show up.
Oh yeah, they show up.
And the shelter's always full, and I'm like, well, if I can afford to just at least keep them outside, I will.
I don't mind them. I just wish they would chase squirrels a little more.
Oh, and speaking of animals, Just a Duck Farmer is on. Hey, Brother Joey and Miss Tasha, 3 more ducklings have hatched and are doing great. I'm so glad to hear.
I just want to let you know, Just a Duck Farmer, that you're creating work for me.
We are making the little temporary spot for them because I told Joey I didn't want to just cut them loose with the.
I mean, if it's up to me, I'd just dig a hole in the ground and pour some water in it and say, get in there.
Because, we have the 2 girls, and the sister wives love laying eggs, but, they're not fertile. So I'm afraid they're going to be all like, oh, give me the babies, give me the babies. So I'm making them a little temporary enclosure with a little pool of water and, of course, feed and a chicken house in there for them. Just till they get a little bit bigger. I don't want them out and about.
Yeah, Leno's got a bad habit of raising coyote ready to eat meals.
Well, but really, we haven't got a whole lot of that issue right now.
Well, it's happened with the male duck. I mean, he's gone.
We had one male duck and he just disappeared.
Well, we had, when Mama was living, we had 4 or 5.
We had 4.
Yeah.
And so.
The coyote
nature
ready
happens.
to eat meals.
Yeah. Anyway, now you're gonna jinx my new ones. So quit talking like that.
I'm just playing just a duck.
Because my sister wives have been perfectly good.
I know, they've been good.
Okay. So, Just a Duck Farmer, we're looking forward to it. Jim Kaufman is on.
Sister wives sounds so bad.
Well, I call him that because we got him for our boy duck. And they're 2 girls. And they just love having visitors, the other fowl. Like geese would come and visit, and they are the welcoming committee. They swim up to them, want to welcome them, but the geese are snobby, and they're like, oh, get away from me.
I don't know why no geese ever want to stay here.
Well, they're not welcome anyway, so they can just keep on moving.
I seen a pond the other day. It was just junk pond, and it had like 20 geese out there, and I'm like, well, what's wrong with my pond?
Jim Kaufman's on.
Hey, Jim.
Says, how's the okra, Leno, on last picking? Thanks for getting me onto okra. I had some for dinner. I'm like, Leno, my arms itch after picking. Still love the stuff. Thanks, Jim.
Well, you were worried about it. Tell the whole story how you was kind of worried first.
I was worried because anytime Joey trims something back, he goes completely overboard, just like when he prunes a tree. And he's been doing this to me for 25 years because at our old house, I remember. Remember when you pruned the bushes in front of our house? Went overboard. So he cut the okra back too far, and it wasn't doing good. It wasn't producing. And so he's let it grow, and now it's coming back some. So I finally was able to get some today to fill 2 trays for dehydrating them.
So won't you just blame it on them because they're the ones said cut it off?
Oh yeah. Well, I'll be sure to really
I
think
don't
about
normally
advice.
cut them, but everybody says every time you cut an okra, cut a leaf. Okra, leaf, okra, leaf. Mm-hmm. And that's all we did.
Well, it was too much for him. But Jim, I'm glad you're enjoying the okra.
He may have been the one that asked me. Somebody asked me what okra tastes like. And my honest answer was, well, 95% of the time, it tastes like whatever spice you put in it. I mean, like, if you fry it, it tastes like the breader.
Well,
I mean,
but dried okra, to me, tastes like fried okra because it's still got that okra taste and it's crunchy, but it's so much healthier.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a word to describe it. Just like a green bean. I mean, I don't know, how do you describe green bean? I mean, like the taste of a green bean. There's nothing to, I mean, I guess you could say like fescue or something. I mean, I don't know.
It doesn't taste like fescue or like hay, I wouldn't think. I never tasted fescue, but
I have.
I would guess it doesn't taste like that.
I have.
Paul says, my grandpa had a sticker on his RV for every state he went to. Always thought it would be fun to check off an RV of my own someday, but I've checked them all off already. Yeah, and I'm not looking to do that.
Oh, we got to watch the video. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm not looking to fill up every state.
Yeah, Leno wouldn't be in that game. No.
Albert Bell says, I need to find a plow. Have a couple of nice 140s I'd like to show off. It would be a long pull from Fayetteville, Alabama. Or Fayette,
Woo.
Alabama.
Yes,
yeah,
it would be. Yeah, it would.
But he bought both his 140s in North Carolina.
Oh, did he? Mm-hmm. Maybe one of these years, guys, we'll put together a plow day, maybe about middle of the country, somewhere, Louisiana, somewhere. Some one of y'all guys has got a big field we can have it at. And we'll move it for 1 year.
Butterfly Farms is on.
Hey, Butterfly Farm.
Getting in late. Hope everybody's having a good evening. And Jack Graham is on.
Hey, Jack.
Good evening, folks. Good to see everyone looking all relaxed for the evening. Just a quick hello. I'm in the middle of processing over 100 ears of corn.
Good gosh.
Take care and blessings to all. Yeah, get back to it, Jack.
Yeah, I'm jealous now. I wouldn't mind some of his corn. We just had some tonight that we did this year.
Allison says, y'all know you don't have to shamelessly plug the merch. We enjoy the friendship first. Merch is just a bonus. It is.
It is, but, you know, I'd still like to see Allison busy making hats.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And just for her, not for me. Like I've said it before, I wouldn't care, you know, I shouldn't say I don't care, but it's not all about selling hats to me. It really is not.
Yeah, no, but, and yeah, Allison and Nikki have just become our really good friends, and they're just good people. And even if she quit doing her merchandise business tomorrow, we would still be just as close and probably communicate just as much too, because we just love them. Stan's on.
Hey, Stan, we've been talking about you.
Stan, I told Joey to text you that we're starting early.
I was editing videos, Stan.
But then we had his phone set up for live, and I don't have your number, Stan, or I would have texted you. He says, well, apparently 8:30 is not the start time. Been working pretty hard, just finished up a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, we were bragging on you that you
Or
were
a couple of something ago.
that you were Will's backup quarterback in case he needed help.
Yeah. And Brian says, that's right, Allison, we're all family now. And Bart says, hey, we only go through this world once, Joey.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what it is about. Sundowner says, I've been working so much I can't remember what we're supposed to be watching for. I don't know.
You done got mixed up on your comments.
I'm just reading them and I'm mixed up. So I don't know. Some people don't finish their whole thought before they
I'm terrible about that.
hit that enter key.
I am. A lot of times my videos, you know, they look like they're chopped up. They're not. It's just because I'll say something like, well, I'm going to put these, and then there's a long pause, cultivator feet, and then there's another long pause on the back of the tractor, and I have to take those pauses out, so then it looks like 3 different segments, but it's not. It's all the same segment. I just pause.
Well, and Joey's gotten really bad about, out of the blue, he's like, he says a sentence, and I'm like, I have to try to think, like, what could he be talking about? And it's something he talked about, like, hours ago, days ago, and it's just out of nowhere. Like, I'm supposed to be reading his mind. And after 25 years of marriage, I still can't read his mind. So, he's got to, I'm like, go back. What are you talking about? Jay Pill said, would love to come to Plow Day, but it's a little too far. But we'll be watching. It
is, JPL. Hopefully, like I said, a lot of folks, Nelson and Farm All 51, when he's there, when the Moores is there, a lot of different people film it, and I love that because you get a different aspect of it from each different YouTuber, and I think it's absolutely wonderful that everybody films it because I want it to have a different aspect to it and not just what I film. So yeah, that's hopefully, all those folks will tag it, and so you can, maybe it'll come up in your feed.
Bart says, hey, Joey, I had about 13 Bob White quail hatch today.
Oh, man.
And more to go. So when you get ready for some, let me know. He. So now, no, we're not taking any quail, Bart.
Oh, I do like quail though.
To eat or to?
Well, they are good. They're pretty much a mini chicken. They are a mini chicken.
I've had some before, and I went.
And matter of fact, they can fly about as far as a chicken too.
Yeah, I didn't like quail.
Yeah, well.
Beeman,
I don't know. Beeman fried some pretty good quail.
It looked good because it does look like a mini chicken, but it didn't taste right.
I know. Beeman, he cooked some pretty good quail.
Maybe I didn't have the right person cooking it. Lamont Powell's on.
Hey, Lamont.
Says, I understand Leno's concern about the ducks. I lost my rooster to a coyote about 6:30 p.m. a couple of Saturdays back. And Ada May says, Joey, Sister Wives is a whole different YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's what I was
Well, there is a show, I think.
Yeah,
is
it's
there
a show. I think so.
Is that called Sister Wives?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said that might not be.
Well, that I knew I heard
name.
it somewhere, and it's just one of those like places where they have multiple wives.
Yeah.
Nikki,
I guess you're technically correct when you were talking about the two ducks. He had two.
Right. It was one male duck and two females, so it was literally sister wives. Nikki says, I missed the first few minutes of the live. How was the sweet potato digging?
It was good. I didn't say a whole lot about it, Nikki, because I told Lena tonight. She said something. Oh, I know what it was. She said, won't you bring in a couple of sweet potatoes for your live? I said, no, I keep giving away my videos on my lives.
Because there's some really cool looking ones.
Yeah, I told her I got a bad habit of Monday, whatever video's just fixing to come out. I mean, I just about tell the whole video on the live.
Well, and he didn't get it on video, but Joe about killed me Saturday getting those sweet potatoes up. It was so hot.
Oh, yeah.
And I got so dirty. And then I was wiping my sweat off and didn't realize how bad my hands were. Like, I had dirt all under my nails. So then I had to come in and directly take a shower because I couldn't even just like wash my hands. It was so bad. But
I will say it's a longer video because I used two different plows, and it's amazing how you use one piece of equipment and you think it's okay, and then you use a more proper piece of equipment and you really begin to see why you shouldn't have used this piece of equipment when you use the other. So it's interesting, and you guys can see for yourself. One of them did extremely well. One of them did okay. It will work in a pinch if that's all you had.
Albert Bell says, I used to raise ready-to-eat guineas, finally just give up. Had a lot of fat coyotes.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, we get attacked with them here too. I didn't with my chickens because I had them caged in, roof, sides, boards, concrete.
Yeah, they had a whole big coop.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it was a strong enough chicken lot. That's where Rudy has been living the last few years.
Sundowner says, nope, cut okra, cut the leaves.
See? Yell at him.
It's just not working for us. I like it. I like my.
Well, I will say this.
I like my overgrown okra.
I will say this. What fertilizer and stuff that I may have put in the ground with it is probably done leached out. So that's probably why a lot of it slowed down.
Could be.
Because it's been months since I fertilized it.
Kevin Wallace says, I got 40 acres in Green Hill, Alabama, LOL.
40 acres? All we need is about 6.
The thing is that then you got people like Allison and Bart. That's further for them to drive in Alabama, so you got...
I wouldn't think Alabama would be further for Allison to drive.
I don't know.
Depending on where he's at, it'd probably be a whole lot closer for Allison. She is out there, man. She's out there at the Mississippi River.
I know, not too far from Arkansas.
I know. Alabama's probably just like due south of her.
Sundowner says, fry that okra down, and just before the slime's gone, throw it in some seasoned fish fry and blacken it. And he says, OMG. Cornbread's on.
Hey, Cornbread.
I need Joey to come dig up my sweet potatoes.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
And Bart says, Allison, I apologize. I need to buy some merchandise from you.
Buy some from my store and Russ's and IP Farms and Farm All 59, all of us.
This 1904 farm is on.
1904.
Oh yeah, Sundowner. He said, hey, the thingy that's supposed to be in the regular shows, think Lino helped me out. The trinket, it was the tobacco barn. You said you were going to have them hidden in some videos.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. I need to start doing that.
So you got people looking.
All right, guys,
I trust you again.
I hadn't done it. I'll get it done. I'll get it done.
You have burned their trust.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. I guess it's because we hadn't been doing live out in the shed, and it doesn't forefront. I gotta find the barns.
Bart says it's about the lawnmower and it costing what they do. Sorry, Tasha, I should have said more in the comments. Oh, it's okay, Bart.
Is that when you said you only live once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. There's a lot of, I'm not following what
no,
people are
it's
saying.
a delay. A lot of time, guys, we'll be talking about something, and then by the time you guys type, the subject's probably moved a little bit, and so, yeah.
Which is good. I want you all to
good.
comment. I love that, or you're just going to sit here and look at us.
Yeah, please comment.
So I do like the questions. I just may be behind on them, and if I misunderstand them, I'm sorry.
Lena's like, oh, please fire me. Please
I'm
fire
like,
me.
y'all want somebody else? Okay. Send your messages to Joey at jtwes.com.
Please.
Allison, I agree. Allison says I'm voting for Plow Day at J Pill's place.
Yeah, that would work.
And see, I would love to take my first flight with Allison. I feel like I would feel good with her.
You know, if Richard Petty can take a 1971 Superbird to England, why can't I take my farm off?
Oh, I don't care to take anything but myself. Because I don't want to be there to see anything tractor. I just want to see it.
Goodwood Festival, Goodwood, something like that. He took it over and Kyle Petty drove it.
Oh. Sundowner says it's dark meat and you can't cook it too long. I guess the quail.
Well, they got some white meat on their breast.
Mark Moore is on.
Hey, Mark Moore.
And John Briggs.
John Briggs. Oh, that's our John Briggs. Hey, John.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to spend some time with Mr. John Briggs yesterday at Preacher's.
Yep.
It was fun with him and his wife.
She's reading.
Might as well get some pheasants too while you're at it. There's some good eating.
No.
Paul.
Chuckers. Where's Roger at? Roger knows all about these guys.
Yeah, Roger and Janice aren't on. They must be.
Roger is expert on chuckers and quails. He used to run a hunt and shooting preserve where he raised about, 75 to 100,000 quail a year, and probably 1,500 to 2,000 chuckers.
Yeah, I've never had pheasant. Allison says, if you're on the live, you deserve a sneak peek of the videos. It's like the Jtwes VIP club.
Yeah, there
so
you go.
You should have at least had a picture that I could have showed on the live.
Well, I should have had that, which, I don't know. Sammy. We got time. Sammy.
He's probably got his earbuds in.
Probably does. Boo or Elliot.
Or Will.
Yeah, Will or Boo. Text message your brother.
I know Joey's not the only parent who goes through the list of names of the wrong children first.
I'll get the right one eventually.
Albert Bell says, let's go to Kevin Wallace's place next year.
Yeah, there you go. I'm ready. But I'll have to have Will pull the RV, and then I'll have to pull the tractors.
And Kevin lives 5 minutes from the Tennessee line in Alabama.
So I told you, I bet you it's like 2 hours from Allison's house.
Adam May says, according to the Bible, who makes the coffee in the marriage?
We're going to get that biggest
Purple.
Where is it?
It's on the back shelf back there on that mat. It's not in the trailer, it's on the shelf.
Okay.
And rinse it off when you get inside.
Adam Mays was asking, according to the Bible, who makes the coffee in the marriage?
According to the Bible, who makes the coffee in the marriage?
Yeah.
It sounds like a real trick question.
It is.
I'm going to say I don't know because it's not in the Bible.
He says the husband because Hebrews.
Hebrews. That's pretty good. I like it.
Let's see. Mark Moore says, don't have any hats or other stuff for sale, but I have farm all parts for sale.
There you go, Mark Moore.
And Sundowner says, thought I was going crazy. He said, thanks, Lino. Would just me answering his. Oh, Janice is on.
Hey, Janice.
And Laura says, I'll fly with the girls. I know, what if my first flight is to England and it'll be like as long as a car ride?
Oh, yeah, you were.
And then when I get antsy and can't sit still anymore. Remember, I had like a few times in the truck where I was just like, oh, I just want to get up. I can't sit here one more minute. But in the plane, I guess I could walk to the bathroom and stuff.
You can, but I'll be honest with you. When I'm in a plane, I don't take my seatbelt off. Ever.
What if you have to use the bathroom?
I try not to go. Because I just feel like that'll be the one time
You
that
get bad turbulence?
it will drop 2,000 feet just like that.
Well, and you know how I am. That happens to me.
Yeah, you'd stand up and it's like, boom, and you'd be right up on the ceiling like that.
Yeah, hey, Janice. And Cornbread knew the joke, Hebrews.
Oh, did he?
Uh-huh. And Laura says, I requested off for Plow Day, plus the 5th is my birthday.
Yep.
And Paul says, I might have to chain my truck to the back of yours if we're going to Alabama. I'd probably have to stop for gas 30 times.
That'd be all right, Paul. We got it. We got tow strap.
Oh, yeah. I keep saying Bart. Nate, if you see Nathan Allman's name, he goes by Bart.
No, and all seriously, guys, I was thinking about that because this year, after Plow Day, I think I said this on the video, I want to have the field broadcasted in Rye when we leave there that day. And I got some plans where, some of us will be plowing and some of us can run that spreader. And that spreader, you wouldn't have to go up and down a few passes and you'd have it. And I won't ride, and then maybe, like I said, and I don't know, all seriousness, I was either going to skip a year one of these years just to give the field a rest, and just sit it over there. I'll get it in a second. I was either going to skip a year to give the field a rest or move it to, some location where folks that just never would get a chance to come could actually come to one. But we got plenty of time to worry about that.
Oh, and speaking of Plow Day, we're going to have hot dogs this year.
Hot dogs.
Mm-hmm. We'll grill hot dogs.
Hot dogs, chips, Zach's chili.
Yeah, chili. We'll have the Zach's chili. But yeah, we figured we would just grill hot dogs out there. And because last year, what did we do? Barbecue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did barbecue.
Try to change it up every year. We did
the
barbecue.
only way we wouldn't have
stew.
hot dogs if it comes out to be pretty convenient where maybe there's some stew getting made the same day.
I don't want to do stew.
You don't like stew?
It was too much of a hassle.
It wasn't
You don't
too
have to
bad.
clean out those coolers.
Oh, yeah. I
mean,
imagine the coolers are pretty.
a disaster. Transporting massive amounts of stew is not fun. But even though it was good, he said, "Get Sam." Timbo says, "Get Sam to do the voice." Hold on, I'm gonna bring Sam on in a minute. Let me catch up to comments. Hold on. Brian, Nikki says Joey's gonna have to get you a motorhome so you can get up and walk.
Oh, yeah. If we had one of them big motorhomes, you get up and walk to the back and back forward. There again, Nikki, as soon as she got up and walked, the interstate would go from 60 to 20, and I'd have to stand on the brakes, and she'd be all the way up the road.
I'd be up there sitting beside you
All right,
without
so
meaning to.
Still, you guys know that, and I'm leaning up so I can get something here. Steele Plant Company, where we visited, and you've seen it on videos where we got all of our sweet potato seeds and or slips. And he sent me, I don't know, it was half a dozen or so purple potatoes, sweet potatoes, and I don't remember if they had a special name or not. I'd honestly have to look at the video. But I got Sammy to go get one, and they're just as purple as you can get. And we'll see if we can get a little closer to the camera. You tell me, Lena.
Oh no, it's delayed. Hold on.
I know, it's a little bit delayed. left or right?
That's right. No, you're right.
Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Little purple potato, and it nice eating size. I'm gonna let this cure up, and I'm gonna
give it
eat
to
this
Ellie?
one personally.
Okay. We got to give Elliot
Well,
one.
no, I'll give this Naboo. This will be Boo's.
Yeah, he loves sweet potatoes.
Yeah, we'll give this Naboo, but
They're called Purple Passion.
it needs to sit for about a week like this, and
Okay.
those sugars. It's called curing. It needs to cure up for about a week.
And those are Purple Passions from...
Was it Purple Passion?
Yeah.
Was that it?
Allison just said.
Oh, okay.
It's from Steele Plant Company.
Yep. Nice little potatoes. Now, I will say this about it, and you guys will see it on the video. That was a big one, the biggest one I had. There were quite a few that were a lot smaller than that, and it was because they were still growing. So I'm thinking maybe they didn't grow or don't grow as fast as some of the orange ones we had planted, the other varieties. Because the other varieties, you know, they were some big as, you know, base, just big. There's some huge ones in there. But I did not, that was the biggest purple one that was in there. And so it could be a deal where if they were in a separate row, let them grow a little bit longer and got them up 2-3 weeks from now.
Mm-hmm.
I like them though. They're cool.
Hold on. Albert Bell says, shortest man in the Bible was...
Shoe height.
Yeah. Bildad.
Bildad, the shoe height.
Yeah. Elliot says, good hitch turnover ball made in the USA. Needs new bolts. They're a little rusty.
What's he telling me for?
Because he's going to need some bolts from you. Come into a tractor or come into a tool shed near you.
Yeah.
And Roger's on. I don't know if I said Roger was on.
Hey, Roger, we're just talking about you.
And J. Pill says, if you ever do come to the UK, remember there's more to the UK than London. Doesn't really represent the rest.
Yeah, JP, to
That's
be
like-
honest with you,
yeah.
we not really there to see London. I would come in the airport there if I ever got to go there, and I'd make a beeline for the countryside about as quick as you could get.
Well, that's like someone coming to visit America and they go to New York City.
Yeah.
Like, no, go to Missouri, you know, or something like that.
Yeah. No, go to Appalachian Mountains or somewhere like
Yeah,
that.
the Blue Ridge Mountains, all that whole, you know, covers several states.
And then head straight for the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just forget Raleigh and Charlotte and
That's
all
why
that
really
stuff.
North Carolina is the best state to come to, because you got the mountains and you've got the beaches, and then we've got the #1 zoo in America.
Is it?
Yes, it's the #1.
I didn't know that.
It just beat like the San Antonio Zoo.
I know they built a road to it.
I know. Well, it needs
whole,
a road.
a whole interstate.
So North Carolina Zoo in Asheboro is the #1 zoo in the country, and it's well deserved. It's amazing.
For you guys, Nelson's probably seen it, I bet you, if he's still on here. The bridges that you get off to go to our zoo, they have elephants and tigers on it. And I'm like, well, I wonder how many $100,000s of dollars
Well,
extra that was.
But still, some things are worth it. Some things are worth it because that's their bread and butter is the zoo.
I guarantee you
And-
they had to get a contractor and pay him $10,000 for that
But it
elephant.
builds up to the excitement of all the kids traveling there. Look. I mean, it's worth the money to me, but I'm a girl.
It is a
so-
pretty bridge. I'll give it to him. It is a cool
Yeah.
bridge.
But like I said, I'm a girl, so I'm all for it. What day is it again for the hot dogs? Cornbread's asking.
For the hot dogs.
For our plow day.
Oh, October
Cornbread's
5th.
coming for the hot dogs. So.
October the 5th.
October 5th.
Yeah.
And Cornbread, I'm there for the hot dogs too, just because I'm in charge of hospitality. I make sure the camper's there, everybody's got plenty of food and drinks and chairs, and
Coffee.
except for Joey, who steals visitors' chairs, but I had no control over that one. Stan says the flight to England is a long one, many hours.
Yeah, he's been.
Allison says Trey said Purple Passion is 110 days maturity, and Georgia Jets are 90-day maturity.
And that's probably why they were a little smaller. I can see that.
Bart says beautiful looking potato.
It is a pretty potato. And one of them, and you'll see it on video where I broke it off the vine. It was near about bleeding purple. It really was.
Elliot says, now I can steal your gooseneck trailer. Danny.
Boy, he better be glad I ain't got no phone with me right now.
I know.
I'll be delete.
Danny says, would love to attend Plow Day, but Lord Granville Tractor Show is on that day in Butner.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have Butner competition. So that other guy won't come.
That's
What's his name?
well, he may not. Alvis.
I'm sure. No, the other one with the broke foot.
Oh man, it ain't broke no more.
Well, I mean, that's how I remembered him.
It was on. He didn't go there last year, and he came to Plow Day.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was on the same day last year.
Okay. I couldn't remember Matt's name.
Yeah. No, Alvis went 1 year, but he may. It's 1 year ago here, 1 year. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Cornbread says Honda was the first and only car in the Bible. They all went in one accord. Albert Bell must be. Where did it go? Hold on. Oh, that was Cornbread. I thought it was Albert again. I was like, Albert must have been like a Sunday school teacher or something, because he's got all the Bible jokes. Sundowner says, come take a ride with me in our marshlands, and you'll throw rocks at your zoo, LOL. No, I don't want to see no alligators.
I don't know. I like watching my raccoons.
Yeah, they're not in the marshland.
Yeah, they probably are.
They ride the alligators. They ride them through the swamp. Cornbread says, I'm with Joey on the hot dog and coffee. That's a pretty good idea, Joey. Oh, yeah, and somebody said, Sundowner, I think, said something about mayonnaise. Yeah. How about that world-famous Mayo Dukes?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
we'll have some if you want for your hot dogs, because I know there's a few people who eat it like that.
I didn't know they made any other mayonnaise, to be honest with you.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I thought Duke's was it. I mean, how could you make any other mayonnaise?
Yeah, Alice says, got to have the coffee. Yeah, I don't want to break into Allison's house too early when we were visiting for coffee, but she was like, she was about to come and get me, say, don't you want some coffee? But I was like, oh, I don't know if they're up. I don't want to go in there and wake them up just for coffee. So yeah, I should have known me and Allison were on the same page with that. Roger says, tell Elliot if he steals your trailer, at best come back with new wood floor.
Yeah. Well, actually, Roger, that's in the shed. It's waiting for it. He wants it because it's got a winch on it, and he can pull junk up on it.
Brian says, Lino, now you know what the chair was Joey's birthday present.
Yeah.
Okay. But it is a nice chair, though.
I forgot. Did Brian just forget it? I mean, I don't think I actually took it.
No, he left it here.
Okay.
And we've been meaning to, like, get it back to him.
But it has that built-in cooler, man. You can put 2 cans of ice.
I know. Sundowner says, yes, by the thousand. I'm guessing alligator.
Yeah.
Cornbread said, Duke's mayonnaise for coffee creamer. I hadn't heard that.
That'd be
I've heard of putting, like, some butter in there in your coffee.
For coffee creamer? Mm-hmm. Let's make you a cup of coffee, put Duke's mayonnaise in it.
No. I can guarantee 100% I would not like that.
You don't know. It might be good.
And I'm not a big mayonnaise person anyways. Like, if I make a sandwich...
Do you find... Cornbread, I want to know this. How do you find that out?
Find what out?
That you can use mayonnaise for coffee creamer.
I guess you trial and error.
I mean, you just need coffee creamer so
The mustard didn't work out, so mayonnaise worked better. But yeah, I'm a very light mayonnaise person. Like, when I make a sandwich, I very thinly put it on
me
there.
too.
I don't like it globbing out the side.
Yeah, me too.
No, he eats it like globs of it.
There's a couple of items when we go grocery shopping. It doesn't matter if we have one at the house or not. We're going to get another one every week or every 2 weeks when we go. Mayonnaise is on that list with butter. Because Lena will be like, well, I think I got a jar of mayonnaise. And I'm like, I don't care. Get another one.
Mm-hmm. And I come home, there's 3 of them in the cabinet. I'm like, man. And then my mom will get you the ones from Costco, the big one.
Yeah, the big ones.
So then when it gets to the bottom, I end up getting mayonnaise all over my hand trying to get it.
There's a store in Winston-Salem close to, anyways, it's called a chef store. And they had a big thing of mayonnaise in there, and I was putting a fire alarm system in there, and I kept threatening Lena that I was going to buy it. Remember the chef store had that mayonnaise about like that?
Well, that's what my mom gets you.
I know.
Because my mom doesn't eat really mayonnaise, but she knows his love of it. So when she sees that big Duke's, she gets him one. Stan says, Joey, I truly hate cities, but London is awesome. Nothing like our cities, in his opinion. Sundowner says, and tires, Joey.
And tires.
I guess talking about that your trailer should come back with new wood floor.
Yeah, wood
and
floor
new
and tires. Yeah.
And Janice said she's seen the cotton. She enjoyed seeing the cotton.
Oh, good, Janice. I'm glad y'all got to see it.
And
Somebody watched that video the other day, and they left a pretty long message. And I think their job is they look at crops, and they really explained how even though it may have 10 or 15 blooms on it, that cotton plant's going to drop a bunch of those blooms. It's going to shed itself of those pods. Like is it back on?
Yeah, it's back on like normal camera now.
okay, just give it a minute.
All right, now the live timer is starting back.
Uh-huh.
It's at 61, 25, 26 now. So
Okay, so it started counting again.
So probably what it did. Now the question is it the same time, son?
what do you mean?
Is it the same live stream?
Same live stream, yes, because he said it was 61 minutes.
Yeah, it's still at 61 minutes.
Yeah.
It's back at the live time.
Well, I'm gonna see if it catches up here.
Because now there's comments moving in.
Timbo says, gotcha. You came back on the same stream. Yay! Well, I don't see it yet on Leno's phone.
It may take it a minute, just like, you know.
Well, I'd say we've done pretty good, guys. I think that's the first time out of, honest to goodness, I think that's the first time out of all of our lives we've been doing for the last 6 months that it actually froze. So probably what happened, and my sister can tell me, if her internet froze up, then it was probably Spectrum, called a glitch.
Yeah, it says y'all are back.
Yeah.
I had to kill mine and restart it. That's what some.
Well, yours just restarted naturally, though, didn't it?
Yeah. Pecan Grove says, "Welcome to our world, live streaming." I know, but we've been so lucky.
Yeah, I
haven't
don't
really had the problem
Yeah, I don't
yet.
know, Danny. We got some fiber from Spectrum, and it doesn't surprise me for it to kind of course, we were talking about mayonnaise. I'd hate to think that somebody would block me for talking about mayonnaise.
And I'm trying to think, did we say anything that would be controversial?
Yeah, we said Duke's was better than Hellman's. That's pretty controversial.
Not that bad.
Everybody's using the bandwidth up tonight to watch that big DNC
Yeah.
convention.
Don't get started
That's
on that.
what it is.
Yeah, Spectrum. And Spectrum has been an issue here lately, like, because,
No, we've been good.
no, like, a couple weeks ago, remember, it went out, like,
Oh, well, that went out for the whole East Coast.
I know.
But people don't realize how easy it is. I shouldn't say this, but they don't realize how easy it is to knock internet off of half the nation. There's only a few fibers well placed that can do it. Mm-hmm. And if you hit the right one, you can knock it out.
Sundowner says, it was the cat. Blame the fat cat.
I thought it's pretty neat that it lets Sammy pick up the same stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sammy, I'm going to have to get you to watch that thing closer next time so you can hit reconnect.
Yeah, and Brian says I'm on Spectrum and it did the same thing, and then I had a pop-up that it was a Google video error. So it seems like it was maybe a whole YouTube thing.
Yeah.
We just unlucky in our live stream.
Well, it's I'll take our track record on it.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be good.
Yeah, and plus it's getting late anyways. We're over our time.
Well, no, we got to stick in it for about 10 minutes now. 'Cause
We were out
everybody
for like
came
2
back.
minutes.
How many people came back?
Only that many.
I can't see. 57? We're going to stay.
Okay.
Ask the chat.
We're going to stay.
Look,
we
Sam-
had quite a few of them come back.
Ask the chat.
Here, Sam. Come talk for a minute.
Don't mind if I do.
Do the voice. Timbo wants
I don't know what voice I keep talking about. You better talk.
Sam, talk. Tell them how.
So are you going to read the comments? Hold on.
Tell them how hard Daddy worked you with those sweet potatoes.
Timbo says we catch it. We call it, well, I ain't going to say what Timbo said.
I say it.
So what did you have to say that was all nice about this purple potato?
I don't want to eat no purple potato. They're gonna mess up with my intestines.
Give me that
Oh, look
thing.
at that thing.
I don't want to eat no purple potato. Potatoes ain't supposed to be purple.
I wonder if it's any sweeter than the other ones. Is it? Did he tell you if they're any sweeter?
I don't know. We're gonna find out though. We're gonna eat it.
Are they purple inside too? Or kind of a
Yes,
white?
they're purple inside. It wouldn't be purple outside and orange inside.
I don't know.
It's purple all the way through.
Well, if we do anything with it, you have to bake it before.
I'm gonna give it to Ellie. Ellie can have this one.
No! I don't want him to have my purple potato.
Lena, you need to come get your seat back.
I'm back.
This-
I had to go to the restroom.
I didn't even get to read one comment.
You're fired.
Yeah, you're fired. Get up.
Y'all like Sammy's haircut? It looks so good.
Don't talk about my hair.
He's so handsome.
I cut it myself.
No, you did not.
I'm supposed to say no, you did not. Supposed to go with it.
Trey said they aren't sweet. Is what Allison said.
No, I don't want to eat it. I don't want to eat it.
This child.
Do you feel better?
Yes.
Lost half the folks in here when you got up.
No, it's just because it's getting late and they want to sign off.
It's either I lost a half when you got up or when Sammy sat down. Take your pick. Which one was it?
It's probably Sam.
It's probably Sam. We're letting Sam be silly.
Whatever. I don't want to be out here live.
Oh yeah, Roger. Roger says, I hope this doesn't happen November 5th. Like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What, you know.
Yeah.
What
yeah,
a strange, bad coincidence. Allison said the inside should have white rings. They're so pretty.
They do.
He said Purple Passion isn't sweet, but next year they will have Purple Majesty, and they will be sweet.
We're going to
We'll
try
have to try
some
that
Purple
one.
Majesty next year.
And Pecan Grove says, depends on the type. Some are purple and white on the inside. Some are purple all the way through.
Oh, cool.
So we'll have to try the Majesty ones next year.
I figured Danny been and got it. Danny, forgive me for not knowing, but have you dug up your sweet potatoes yet? I don't think I've seen a video of you digging them up yet.
Burch says, Sammy is so funny. Glad y'all are back. I lost you for a while. Yes, sir, Roger. You're right about that. Yeah, Sammy is just such a clown.
Yeah.
He was doing an impression of what he would do to Megan's baby in the
Oh,
car seat. Like
yeah.
they're riding together, what he's going to say to that baby.
It's a whole thing. The background of it is the fact that I don't let Sammy eat in my truck.
Right. And
so
that he would let Megan's baby eat in his
Yeah,
truck.
he-
We're going to eat a full McDonald's value meal
And
in
Sam's
that
salty.
seat.
Sam's really salty about that.
Go off.
He's claiming that I will let baby Rain do whatever she wants to in the back of the truck, eat a McDonald's meal, drink drinks, candy or whatever, and he don't get to do that. And so he was a little salty about it.
Well, and look, for the record, we don't know that the baby is a girl yet.
I do.
No, we don't.
I do.
So hopefully
I
we'll
know.
have-
Worse is it is going to be a
in
girl.
in a few weeks we'll know.
But I know, and then y'all can all catch up in a few weeks. You can catch up to where I am
Listen,
right now.
You sure are going for it. He's digging this hole. He's gonna go all in. So,
Well, y'all can catch up with me in a couple weeks.
Okay. I mean, I really do hope it's a girl, but then I kind of like now I don't want you to be right because you've just been so over the top about it.
I told y'all. I knew.
That's how Dad's going to be.
All right.
Okay.
Are we good? Mm-hmm. Guys, thank y'all for coming back in. I mean, we were
Yeah.
right at an hour anyway.
Yeah, we were. Maybe YouTube was like, oh, they've reached their time limit.
Lisa,
Cut 'em
yeah,
off.
cut them off. Get them off there. Nah, I don't think it probably did.
Yeah,
that,
I'm
but-
sure they don't.
Okay.
Cornbread said it's a girl.
Yeah,
He's all team
That's
girl.
what I'm thinking, cornbread.
Because me and Kayla were talking, and I just think it's, I think it's a boy.
Yeah,
Me and
I'd like-
Kaylee feel like
Well,
it's
that's
a
the
boy.
first problem. You and Kaylee were talking about it.
I'd like to support me a girl.
Yeah, me and Kaylee. Me
You and Kaylee Bell were discussing it.
Kaylee is just a fun daughter-in-law to have.
Well, they both are.
I know, but I mean, just Kaylee's little jokes. Remember what I told you she told me
Oh
yesterday?
yeah, Kaylee, I found out what that was. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a talk with you about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and then Megan's coming over. We're taking care of Megan. She's coming over for dinner with us, so she's not out there by herself.
Oh, he's probably on the phone with her now.
Bart says, "Yeah, grandbaby can get away with a whole lot compared to your own kids." That's how it should be. Hey, Cajun Homestead.
Cajun
Sorry
Homestead.
they're late, but they were working.
That's okay.
We're about to sign off too. And Stan says, doesn't matter the sex. Healthy is the only thing that counts.
There you go.
Amen, Stan. That's right. I will be happy with either. I don't care. I don't care.
Oh, I would too. I just happen to know it's a girl.
Oh, yeah. Brian says, just wait until that new 140 comes out in baby pink. And Allison says, verse of the video.
Yeah, versus the video. Who said that about the 140? Farm
Brian.
Brian.
Farm Off 59.
I still got scars on my 140 from Will being 5 years old.
Albert says, call them grands for a reason. If I would have had my
Somebody out there saying
grandkids first, I wouldn't have had my kids.
Neighbors and stuff. Riding.
Oh.
And Bart says, good night. Kyle Dunnigan's on.
Hey, Kyle.
Would love to make it to Plow Day from North Georgia. Got a little classic Yanmar I'd like to bring if it's allowed.
Hey, bring it on.
Everything's allowed, Kyle. We'd love to have you.
Well, not everything. We can't bring no 10-bottom plow.
Yeah, no. Well, they can bring it. They just may not be able to use it.
We'd have to
But I
find them
would
a whole.
like to look at it.
Yeah, we'd have to find them a whole separate field.
And I do have a verse that I had.
Yeah, I was gonna read
Someone
that.
sent it to me because Elliot was baptized yesterday, and it was somebody sent me this verse, and I thought it was really really special. It's
I'll knock it down.
3 John 1,
Yeah.
number 4.
So John 3.
3 John, 3
or
John.
3 John. I'm sorry, John 3, 3 John. Chapter 1, verse 4. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in truth.
Yes.
And that is, I think I've always said about my boys, you know, I never, and I may have said this before on the channel, I never sit there and thought about, well, okay, I want them to be doctors and lawyers and Indian chiefs and all this other stuff. And I just wanted them to have a relationship with God from a very young age. And I always felt like the rest of it would take care of itself after you got that relationship with God. And just, that's what I've worried more about than anything with them. But that having been said,
Yeah.
y'all have a good night. We're going to get off of here. Y'all have a good week. Video of digging some potatoes probably maybe Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, one or the other. But anyway, we'll see you. God bless you. God loves you.
Good night.
Good night. Did we miss a comment?